10 minutes after the top of the hour, quick shout out to our sponsor, which is First Northern Bank and Trust. Your community, their commitment. Check these guys out when you have an opportunity at 1stnorthernbank.com. Second hour of the show, which means that we have a great featured artist for the show today. Got some of their music. We're going to hear all about these guys. Different kind of story than some of the average artists I've talked to. Excited to hear everything that these guys have going on and where they're headed. Got some new music and all kinds of great stuff. Please make welcome to the show a duo that is doing very well together. Best friends, which is always good. You'd hate to do it if you guys weren't getting along or anything. The Band Steele. And welcome, guys. Welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good, man.
Good. I just woke up a while ago.
Uh-oh.
I'm excited.
Now, we have Bo and Ben, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm Ben, if you can distinguish the voices.
Okay. And then Ben, that was Ben, right?
Yeah, this is Ben.
That's the only part about this where I can't see who I'm talking to. It's a little odd. And then Bo is actually Bo Steele, which is where the Steele part of the name of the band comes in. Ben, you're not feeling a little slighted? You know, it's not it doesn't have your name in it?
No, hey, you know what? You got to hear Bo's vocals, and he can carry a tune and carry a band, so he's the man.
All right. Well, there you go. I mean, I've read a little bit that you apparently are pretty good at vocals yourself there, Ben.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, thanks, buddy. I sing back up for Bo, and I play the guitar.
So you guys you do have a full band, but you guys are the frontmen for this thing, right?
Yes, we got a band out of Nashville. Great group of guys. Sound amazing.
Awesome. Now, I have to say, I read the little bit of bio. I read a little information about you. You guys didn't get together originally and say, hey, we're going to start a band. This kind of morphed out of a few other things, mostly from Bo's side of the story. Bo, do you want to tell us a little bit how this all kind of came about?
Well, I used to sing in church a lot in my youth group, and everybody seemed to dig it, so I did our talent show. I think I was in 9th grade, Ben was in 8th, and I did our high school talent show. Got a good response, and that was the first time I really did a live performance. And the next week, Ben runs up to me like, you need to come to my house, meet my manager, my dad. See if he approves, and you can be in the band, man. I was like, all right. I went over there and sung him a song I wrote, and we all celebrated, and the rest is pretty much history. We started playing and recording from that point on. We had a little band in the basement, and then Ben's brother had to go to college. He was our other main person. So then it was just me and Ben. We didn't know what to do, so that's when we found our harmonies and our acoustic sound.
All right.
Joined a bunch of different bands, and then finally found our way back to our roots, playing country.
Okay. All right. But Bo, you've had some other experiences. You've done some acting. You've been working with NASCAR and stuff like that. Ben, you weren't on that ride. Bo, this was all just you?
Ben was there.
Oh, okay.
And it was just me in the film. That was like the first thing we got to do, called Life on the Line, the film. And it was about electrical linemen. We got to get one of our originals on there, Good Times. The main actor was John Travolta. I got to meet him.
Wow. How was that?
Sharon Stone, Kate Bosworth. Oh, it was scary. But
He's intimidating.
We got so nervous. Yeah, he's not in person, though. He's the nicest person ever.
Yeah, the town we grew up in is like one red light, small town, Alabama.
Pretty big for us.
Pretty big for our whole hometown. For us to go meet John and sing for him and stuff, it was incredible.
Did you get a home parade and all that kind of stuff like American Idol?
Almost. We had a hometown show, and it sold out. It was great.
At the 20 people who were in town?
Yeah, 20 residents.
The 20 residents. I come from a small town, too, so I know how that is. It's like, oh, yeah, everybody's here. Woohoo, the whole 20 people who live here.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that opened doors for you, obviously. When you can put on your resume that you were in a movie standing next to John Travolta, Sharon Stone, and Kate Bosworth, I mean, that pulls a couple strings there for you.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
It's been an incredible ride. And before that even happened, Bo got seen on YouTube singing a gospel hymn, "Victory in Jesus," and it hit, I think, like 2.5 million views. It went viral. And
wow!
That really started off the pursuit in a career with it, and we've had some incredible responses from that video as well.
Now, where did the NASCAR singing the national anthem? How did that kind of come about between the NASCAR races and other events and stuff like that on Fox? Was that because of the acting thing, or was that something different?
It was the movie. One of the guys that worked on the movie was invested a lot into it. He also did a driving for linemen NASCAR race, and so we got to go there and perform, and I got to sing the national anthem, and I think that was the scariest thing I've ever done in my life. Way scarier than meeting John Travolta. But it was pretty cool, and from there we ended up going to Toledo, got to sing the national anthem up there.
The Veterans Day Parade.
Yeah, the Veterans Day Parade. Never gets easy. Never.
Wow. Yeah, you don't want to mess that one up. And you don't want to lip sync it, heaven forbid. You want to really sing it.
I learned just to do it the right way.
Yeah.
Do anything.
Yeah.
Cool, just try it out.
No pressure. No pressure at all. That's awesome. So you guys have been sitting down though, and also doing some stuff on your own with some new music that you have out there. Is this all on an EP? The tunes we're going to talk about?
It's all on our full album.
Okay.
Full album. Moon in a Mason Jar.
All right. Okay. So you got how many songs?
An EP, before Moon in a Mason Jar, had 5 songs on it, and then we released the full record not too long ago, and all the songs you'll hear today are on the record. So
is it just downloads? Is it just electronic, or are there hard copies for this?
Hey, we got hard copies. The bandsteele.com.
Keep it original.
Okay.
Or you can come see us. Yeah, we like physical copies still.
Yeah. Well, I think when people come to shows, they expect that, and it's nice if they can take something home, especially if they can get, obviously get you to sign it or get a picture or something like that. That's always something that people like.
Oh yeah, we love it, man. We got T-shirts, we got the whole shebang. It's all on Spotify too as well. iTunes, everywhere you can download music.
And then to get the hard copy, you just go to the Band Steele. STEELE.com. That's our website. That's our handle for everything. Mm-hmm. There's where you can get the hard copies.
Mm-hmm. And then that's also, I'm assuming, where they can find out your tour schedule, where you guys are heading and all that other kind of stuff.
Yep.
All right.
It's on there, Facebook, all of it.
Okay, so there's actually nine songs on Moon in a Mason Jar? There's 9 songs on here? 10. Why am I only seeing 9?
Because I didn't.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
I counted on my fingers.
Well, you have an acoustic mix. It's the same song. You just have it done different.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. We sure do.
All right. So Moon in a Mason Jar is the new album that's out there. I love the artwork on it.
Thank you so much. We are proud of it. It is cool, right?
Yeah.
It is cool. I really do like that. It's almost like you got to look at it a couple times to see everything. It's pretty interesting. I like it.
I was pretty proud of that artwork.
Yeah, we made a T-shirt out of it as well.
That's
I'm
my favorite
sure.
part of albums is looking at the artwork.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's what's going to catch people's attention. That's the first thing that hits them, is the artwork on the album. Nice job.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this album then. How did this all come about? I mean, are you guys writing all the songs? Is it collaboration work? Where's all the music coming from?
We wanted it to be original. Our first record, especially our first, big project. So me and Bo wrote everything by ourselves. No collaboration on this record, and we wrote it all in our hometown where we grew up in Alabama, small town, and it really reflects where we grew up and the childhood that we had and the good times and some of the bad times. But it was our first project, so we really wanted it to express who we are and where we come from.
Now, when you guys put this together and you decided to do this whole thing, was it something that you were like planning on doing something simple at first and just going to get a couple songs out there, or was the whole idea to get out, like a 9-10 song EP for the whole thing and really get it out there and push all the music at one shot?
Yeah, we always wanted to do a full record as any band would, and we were blessed to have the opportunity to have our record label behind us because we released this record after the John Travolta film that Bo was in. So we were fortunate enough to be able to do. We did do the EP, but fortunate enough to do the whole record. And me and Bo were focusing when we started writing on it. We had the full record in mind. All the songs that we wrote a kind of a short period of time just to try to get it out there.
Knocked it up pretty fast.
Yeah, to get it out there as quick as we could. And some of the songs on there, like 195, actually was a song we wrote when we were like 14, right when we got together, and we kind of readjusted it for the new record. And it's been a wild ride. It's been incredible.
Okay, so these are all inspired songs of both of your lives, of whether you shared something together or independently. So this is all coming from you guys. This isn't just like some whim song somewhere. These are all like experience songs.
Yeah,
right. They're either personal experiences or things that we've witnessed growing up in our town, and most of them we've taken part of. Some of it is kind of fun writing with Ben because we each have a different meaning sometimes for the same song.
Yeah, and happens a lot actually.
And we a lot of times we've written songs and not know why we wrote them. Like we don't know what they mean to us, but we know they're real. And then a few months down the road, something will happen, and the song will finally make sense to us. And we're like, oh, that's crazy.
I see. Oh, that's interesting.
I love writing.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I think it's important that, people realize that this is you guys. This is you guys writing it. At some point, you're going to probably do some collaboration work down the line, but to put something out this impressive and just kind of being you guys, that says something about your talent of keep coming up with new ideas, because songwriting is kind of like that, it's like constantly writing brand new novels, and having those experiences to draw on. So I think it's pretty impressive and makes a statement that you guys have managed to put out, a 9-song or 10-song, album out there as your first mission to get recognized as artists. So I commend you both. Good job on that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Songwriting's always been kind of our specialty. Like right when we got together when we were 14 and stuff, we were writing songs the very next day. Like it's always been a part of who we are.
Okay.
The favorite part.
10 years down the line, you guys want to still do performing, or do you think you're going to find your way into more of the songwriting division of the music industry?
Oh no, we love performing. That's probably
Okay.
Our favorite. We love writing, but when we get to we're both. We're songwriters and performers for sure. We love playing.
All right.
Our favorite thing.
Well, let's talk about this song 195. So it's the 5th song on the album. That's the 5th track on there, and you talked about that. Let's talk about it. What does 195 mean to you guys?
195 is a highway. That runs straight through our home. Yeah, it runs straight through our hometown, and it kind of connects the two bigger cities that are in between our hometown. And, going in and out of where we grew up, you kind of had to hit 195 to go to, the main spot. So
you won't go to Walmart, you go to 195.
A lot of memories on that road. It really just represents our childhood and the people we've met along the way, and kind of going out and branching out of our hometown and doing all this. It's kind of our musician's anthem. It kind of talks about being out on the road and leaving the ones you love back at home, so you can you can hopefully provide for them in the end. And it's our anthem for sure.
Well, it's always something about a road that you end up traveling a lot, coming and going from home or whatever, and it's always got like a comfortable feel. When you're on that road, it's like, okay, this is familiar. This is home. This is my lifeline back to my origin. So it's kind of cool that you named it the actual name of the road, I-95. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, 195. And it's also great because I've finally, all this traveling we've been doing, I've realized there's a lot of 195 in this country. So a lot of people can relate, especially people who are out on the road all the time and having to stay away from their families and stuff.
All right. Well, we have to take a quick break, guys. Can you hold on for just a little bit?
Of course.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna come back with that song to give everybody a listen of what the Band Steele sounds like from Bo and Ben off its Moon in a Mason Jar album that's out there. You guys can find more information on these guys at the Band Steele. That's STEELE.com. And this is the 5th song on it. We're going to be back more with Bo and Ben of the Band Steele coming up with that tune, a little something called 195. Don't go anywhere. And back there, you heard the Band Steele, Bo and Ben and the guys doing their current single off of their Moon in a Mason Jar album, a little something called 195, about a traveling situation, girl bolting the nest because you're not around, basically. Right?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's kind of sad. It's kind of like a little tearjerker there going on. So, but it's a good, heartfelt song. It's definitely telling a story. People can follow it. And I think you're right. I think people can relate to it going, yep, been there, done that, didn't like it,
Yeah, absolutely.
We've all been there.
Yeah. Now, this is your current single that you guys have out there. So you released the whole album and then you're working on the singles. You're some people do it one way, some people do it the opposite way. That's the direction that you guys are doing. You release the whole thing and then you're going to be featuring these songs on singles?
Yes. 195 was our last single.
Okay.
Was our recent single. 195 means a lot to me, and it was, when we were writing that, it is a tearjerker.
Yeah.
That's for sure, for me especially.
Is this coming from...
That's my favorite song on the record.
Is this coming from personal, somebody left somebody here?
Yeah, I got some heartbreak on 195 for sure.
All right, well, we'll leave it at that. How's that? We'll leave it at that.
Sounds good.
You got a lot of other great music on this thing. You said you mixed it up. You have some ballads. You have some a little bit more upbeat and fun stuff. One of the other songs you guys talked about was Mr. Friday Feel Right. I love that title. I really like it. I mean, it's Friday. Everybody wants to feel good, and I love it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I love the title on that one. Tell us a little bit about Mr. Friday Feel Right.
Mr. Friday Feel Right is the song that it happens after you hear 195.
Oh, I get it.
Yep, that's when you go to the neon lights that we were talking about and have a good time.
Yeah, I like it.
With some new people and have a little party.
Growing up in a little town, like you said, you've been in a little town. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Everybody's working their butt off all week.
Yep.
On Friday.
Yep.
So that's what it's about. That's what it reminds me of, anyways. So you work your butt off, and then Friday you get that paycheck, and you get to go spend it and have fun.
Yeah. Everybody's working for the weekend. Yeah. I like it. And I like how, all these songs really mean something to you guys. They're not just, random words put down on a piece of paper.
Thank you.
It sounds like you picked your songs carefully. You thought about it. You put some effort into how you wanted the whole album to progress. And consistently, you have 195 as one. And then the very next song is Mr. Friday Feel Right. So if somebody's got this CD in or whatever, and they're going from one song to the other, it's a progression, and I kind of like that idea, at least for some of the songs anyway. They're on a journey with you throughout the entire album.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, when we wrote it, me and Ben always talked. We never wanted to be the guys that made that album, which now you can pick and choose what you buy off an album, but used to, I hated buying an album and I only liked 2 songs on it.
Yeah.
We wanted to try to make sure that, for the most part, someone liked one of the songs. Mm-hmm. Everybody had their favorite. We never wanted to just get a hit out, get a single out, and then, just kind of throw together the rest of it to have it as a backbone.
Right.
So thank you. I'm glad you appreciate that.
Well, yeah, and I've been there too. I grew up with, you buy a CD and you're not sure, and just like you said, it's like, you kind of tolerate the other songs just to get to the 2 or 3 songs that, kind of lift your spirits and that. And Yeah, it always sucked. It's like, oh, this is, can I just take those 2 songs? I mean, you're right. People can do that now, but if they're selling the CD, that you want them to like every single song for what they are, and get a feeling from each one and understand the story behind each one. You guys doing videos for some of these tunes?
Oh yeah, 195. The music video is premiering actually this week on Heartland TV's Country Fit, and the music video, Bo got to act with John Travolta, but I got a little acting in our music video. So the whole heartbreak story is portrayed, we think, pretty well in our new video for 195. We're pretty excited for people to see it. It should be online and stuff not long after this premiere on Heartland TV. We're excited to show you all that one.
Now,
also, Still a While, our current single, we just recently did a music video for it, and it's our kind of our tribute to the military, and because the song's about losing loved ones and stuff, and no better way than to celebrate our military with it. And the video, we had a military consultant come down and help us make sure everything was right, and we shot it in Atlanta, and it's coming out soon.
Now that's Sit a While.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Heartland, the video that's going out on Heartland TV for I-95, was it shot on I-95?
It was. We got footage from the actual Highway 195 in the hometown I grew up in, Winston County. Yeah,
in the video.
It was awesome. We're pretty proud of having that in the video, and everyone from our hometown is definitely supporting us, and it's a dream come true.
Nice.
Already.
Did you have a bunch of people? I want to be an extra. I want to be an extra.
Yeah, well, that's another cool part about growing up in this town is that you got like this little family here. They're all like driving you like we're doing it for them too. It's really cool to see. I go to the grocery store when I come home, and everybody has to stop and ask me what's going on, and it's fun.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So you want to be watching Heartland TV for the video debut of 195, which is awesome. And then when is the Sit a While video going to be out there for your fans?
Pretty soon. Not an exact date yet.
Okay.
Still kind of piecing it together. And there's a... We'll be posting all the stuff on our Facebook. It's the same as Bo said. You just type in the Band Steele, and all our socials will come up, and we'll definitely be posting everything on there.
All right. Well, we're going to play Sit a While at the end of the show, which is in a couple of hours, to remind everybody if they missed the interview with you guys today, they need to listen in on Sunday. The whole show gets recorded, played back at Sunday morning, 8 a.m. You guys are in the second hour. So we'll make sure that one gets out there at the end of the show to remind people to check you guys out at thebandsteele.com. Also on all the social medias. When I'm going to cut you guys loose, I think we'll do Mr. Friday Feel Right, just to let you guys off on a happier note, a little bit more upbeat. Real quick though, before we cut you loose, a few things. One, big plans for the future other than the release of these videos. What do you guys got in your sights for the end of 2018, beginning of 2019?
We're gonna be playing shows left and right. Whenever, like I said, we'll be posting them all over Facebook, and also we're gonna be doing a radio tour pretty soon for Sit a While, the current single, and
hope to get a live performance tour going soon.
Yeah,
maybe down in Florida, some beach areas.
Right in like February, kind of January.
Yeah, we're gonna be super busy. Like I said, we'll be posting everything on our Facebook. We've been so busy this year already with radio tours. With our last single, we went all the way from New York to California, down to Alabama and back. So it's been crazy. We plan on doing the same thing with Sit a While.
Well, hey, listen, I'm just going to throw this out there. You let your PR people know Penn's Peak Radio doors are always open to all of my artists.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome to swing by. We're on the eastern side of the state, not that far from New York. Nice little jaunt to come in and do a little impromptu playing a couple of songs and hanging out with us here in the Penn's Peak Radio studios. We're on top of a mountain in a big venue, so it's pretty cool.
We'll probably be taking you up on that for sure.
Well, I hope you do. You know how to reach me. They got my number and my emails and all that other kind of good stuff. But yeah, that'd be great. I mean, just let me know. I book a little bit out, but let me know when you're in the area. We'll get we'll get you guys in here. Social medias, I know you mentioned it before. You guys are on across the board. Connectivity with your fans. Are you the guys answering it? You got a team to help you with that? How does that work?
We got a team helping us out, but I've been we've been on there checking it out. It's us.
Okay.
And our team is very close. We have a little family unit, so I mean, we get with them sometimes and look it over, and we pretty much tell them, hey, reply to this, say this. So
yeah, if people want to reach us, they just hit us up on Facebook, or we have a contact page on our website that you'll get directly to us, and if anybody, if there's any venues that if people want us to come play, you just hit us up on that link, and we'll be there.
Awesome. That sounds good. And yeah, I see all your links for your YouTube and your Instagram, your Twitter and Facebook accounts are, I put those two together there for a second, are all right there on the website too, so they can be friends and tweet you, or I don't know what all they are, but keep in touch with you that way.
Same way I am. All those buttons.
All those little buttons. Where am I looking to find the tour schedule, or don't you have one up yet?
The tour, mainly, we've been pushing a lot of our tour dates on our Facebook.
Okay.
A lot of people seem to look like that you can put that you're going and interested on Facebook. People like that, and but the more we book, we'll definitely be putting it on the website soon.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so yeah, I see your Sit a While, which is your new single, the release tour coming up in August. I see you guys are heading out on that, so that's cool. And yeah, man, I mean, just let me know if you're in the area. That'd be awesome. We can sneak you in here. It sounds all really good. So you guys are busy with traveling. Is there works for more music, another album, or are you guys really just going to sit on this for a while and work on this one?
No, we're always working on music. Any chance to get inspiration, we always sit down and write or record something. The second album is definitely in the works.
Okay.
It's hard to talk about because we're so excited. We've already got a bunch of songs ready to roll, man, and we're excited for the next record. But we, like we were talking about earlier, this album means so much to us, and we really want to focus on it with the dropping the singles and doing the radio tour to kind of let people know who we are.
Sure. So when you guys go, I'm going to play Mr. Friday Feels Right, and then we're going to close it out with Sit a While. I just want to reiterate a little bit with Sit a While. Now, that's a little bit more of a ballad again, and it salutes military. You want to explain that just a little bit more so people know what they're waiting for, listening to?
Yeah, that one, we kind of maybe did when we were writing the album, didn't know what to write, and we were sitting around and ended up pushing that song out, and it meant a lot to me and Ben because we've lost close ones in the past, and we started realizing this can help a lot of people. A lot of people can relate to this one, and we decided we wanted to tribute our military with it, and so we did the music video for it.
Okay. Awesome.
And,
all right. So, and that's the one that's going to be coming out soon, but you don't quite have a date for it, but it'll be coming out soon. They can be looking for that.
Correct.
Awesome. All right. Well, I got to say, man, I think you guys are doing a great job here, and I think you're doing it the right way, really trying to get your music out there. And like you said, grow your fan base a little bit. And the radio tour, I wish you all the good luck in that. I hope it goes well and gets you guys out there. We'll play some of your music here on PPR. And I'm going to, when we say goodbye, I'm going to throw that Mr. Friday Feel Right tune out there and play Sit a While at the end. You guys have got anything else you mention out there real quick before I let you guys go?
Hey, we can't wait to come up to Penn State. Thank y'all so much for having us.
Yeah. I just want to thank you guys. You guys, you make this stuff possible. The radio guys, y'all do this for us.
Yeah. Well,
thank y'all for having us.
I look at it this way, we play your music, but if you didn't make the music, we wouldn't have anything to play. So it's a two-way street as far as I'm concerned. Well, we wish you good luck with Moon in a Mason Jar. That's the album that's out there. It's got 10 songs on it. All these songs, guys, by the way, are written by both Bo and Ben strictly. This is their work. This is their handiwork. They're doing the penning on this. Look for the video for 195 on Heartland TV coming up soon, and then there'll be another one out there you guys can look for Sit a While, dedicated to our military, thanking them for service and all that kind of good stuff. Got some fun tunes on the album as well, like Mr. Friday, Feel Right, and you can get your hands on it electronically through their website, thebandsteele.com. That's STEELE.com, and contact them through all their social medias and tell them you heard all about them here on Penn's Peak Radio. I wish you guys the best of luck with everything, and stay in touch, man. Let me know when you got something new and exciting going on, and we'll get you back on the show.
Absolutely. See you soon.
All right. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. And there you guys have it. Here is their song, a little something called The Band Steele, from these guys right here off of their Moon in a Mason Jar album on Penn's Peak Radio.